Gearing updates in 10.15. Not all ways to gear up in 10.15, no. Like the ways to gear up in 10.1 are still like the main ways to gear up in in this patch. This is a minor patch, part of the bigger patch, right? These are like new added stuff. So what kind of gearing have they added in 10.15? So we're not gonna talk about like stuff that you normally gear up in 10.1, but the new stuff added. First things first, the Time Rift vendor. We have checked this quite a lot. We have talked about this quite a lot, but Time Rift event is coming out, and with that event we will have 7 vendors. They will sell us transmogs and mounts and so on. Next to those 7 vendors that is tied to Time Rift event is a little panda girl. This panda girl sells gear, 402 veteran gear that you can upgrade all the way to 424, a full set except for trinkets. Well, I mean that specific panda. So basically all armor and more or less all type of weapons. You buy this with the currencies that is added to the event. Here's the thing though. The only thing I have to take with you when it comes to this is the currencies that you buy this gear with. One of them you can only get once a week through a weekly quest. So basically, you can buy one piece of gear once a week. We haven't seen any other way we can get the currency. Maybe they'll add it in the dungeon. We will see in the new Megadungeon. But before they did this change, I called it a catch-up vendor. I called it a catch-up way. I don't see it as a catch-up anymore. Since you can buy one piece of gear once a week, I don't see it as a catch-up because there's so many ways to gear up in 10.1. And this is just like an extra thing. It's not like something that goes fast. It's just an extra thing. One piece of gear or a weapon per week. That's what you get. Can you convert to tier set? That's a good question, Tulok. The answer is no, but we will check now every day before it goes live. Last time I checked was 2 days ago, so we will see if they've done any change now. So that is the first thing. Veteran gear. All your characters can get it just by doing the outdoor activity. Another thing that is added to the Time Rift event is the boss, the last boss of each event. So the event is up once an hour, and the end part of that event is a boss. The boss has a chance to drop the same gear that the vendor sells you. So you can buy it once a week from the vendor, and you also have a chance to get a random piece from the boss. And you can literally do the boss all the time. They have not done any changes when it comes to any cap or anything like that. You can literally do it every hour, all the time, get a chance on it. So if you get a gear, let's say we are live now, you get a piece of gear now from the boss. In 1 hour, you might get another piece of gear. But the chance is not huge though. Don't forget that. The chance is not big. Because not only that can drop transmogs and stuff like that as well. Mount, pets, you know. Alright, I said that it gives you everything in that vendor except for trinkets, right? These other vendors, these other 7 vendors that are there that sells you transmog stuff, each vendor sells also a trinket. These trinkets are veteran gear, 402 to 424. These trinkets are really cool. A lot of cool stuff is happening with those trinkets, and they are very good. They are very good and decent trinkets to use in this patch. Some of them have been overpowered. All of them has been nerfed. The trinkets that was not performing yet, they have been fixed for this week when this build came out. I have tried 2 of the trinkets since then. We're gonna try some more today. There's one frost mode trinket that is really good still today for melee, because the frost mode trinket differs if you're melee or if you're ranged. For ranged, I mean, it's okay, but for melee, it's actually really good, and I think they will nerf it even more. I also think that they might not even care anymore. They might think it's, yeah, we know we are now at 0.5, 0.7 come out, 0.2 will come out. We sort it out on the next patch instead, next major patch. They might do something like that, which means that you might have a really, really good trinket from this vendor, even if you're doing endgame content. I'm gonna get my hands on this trinket directly. That's the first thing I'm gonna buy, and then we'll see what happens. All right, then we have the Megadungeon. The new 8-man dungeon is coming out. That 8-man dungeon is very interesting because, well, 2 things. Number 1, the first week will be a normal mythic version of it. You can't do Mythic Plus until like later, but the first week, as I understood, will not be Mythic Plus on it. This week, or the normal Mythic 0, is not as you're used to when it comes to Mega Dungeons. It's meant to be harder. You're meant to do hard mode automatically. So basically, it's not like you choose hard mode like you did in Megadungeon and stuff like that. It is hard mode when you do Mythic 0 on it. And I think they are ping-ponging at the moment a little bit with how hard it's gonna be. It has been very easy. It has been super hard. They have nerfed it back again, some stuff of it. So it's gonna be interesting to see like how it's gonna turn out. But it is actually meant to be hard. As I understood now, previous times we have done the Mythic has been Mythic +2. Mythic +2 is very easy compared to the hard mode, Mythic 0. So we will see how this is going to turn out. The whole Megadungeon with hard mode, with keystones, with difficulty, it feels like it's a big shit show at the moment, and it feels like they don't even know exactly what to do yet with that. But now it's 1 week left, man, so we will see what's going to happen with this. But yeah, 437 gear, 4 out of 5 rank. All bosses will drop that from the first boss to the last boss. New trinkets are coming out. You get 5 aspect fragments from each boss. The last boss gives you 10 fragments. That's a lot of aspect to upgrade, man. It is so good to upgrade your gear through the Megadungeon. What else we got? Oh yeah, the Mythic gear. We had 441 Mythic gear, right? When the upgrade system came out, we could not upgrade it. Now in 10.15, we can upgrade it. It's gonna be like 3 ranks on it. It starts at 441, then 444, and then 447. So Mythic gear can now be upgraded. And it is aspect that you upgraded with. And the last one that I talked about earlier, the rare. Yeah, the rare that drops 100% 415 eye level gear. At the moment, it's a staff or 1-hand sword or a 2-hand sword. That's what we get. That's what we have at the moment. So we'll see if we're gonna get more rares, they're gonna drop stuff. If there are more rares that we don't know about, but this one super good for like a new character, a new Ding character. Go there, get a 415 eye level gear weapon. But yeah, we will see what more will happen when it comes to those rares. So those are the ways, guys. Those are the ways.